Hey guys, it's Wednesday here at Secret Circus and I'm Alyssa. Hopefully we are back to more of a normal video this week. My last ones have been kind of weird. Look at, I got the intro at the beginning. Bam. So I know you mentioned Mulan at the beginning of your talk. Have you watched it since you've gone to college, like watched it with a group of people? Because watching Mulan with a large group of people that go to a women's college is the most interesting experience ever. There are a lot of snaps of agreement and yells because there is all of the like pushing sexual stereotypes and all that stuff, and so watching it at women's college just makes you feel really good. Actually, it's brilliant. So do that. Get a group of people, watch it. I've watched it twice since I've been here actually, and I think that's more than I've seen Mulan in the rest of my life. Question: what is this whole thing about 5 minutes? There's definitely not a rule. It just so happens that all our videos became 5 minutes. That's definitely not a thing. We said above like 2 minutes maybe. Maybe it was even less. I haven't looked at the rules recently. And we just set an upper limit of like 6. More than 6 is way too much. So what is less than 5? I don't know why we feel the need to get to 5. I didn't feel the need to get to 5 in last week's video, so there. Do you ever notice that Disney movies, most of them, at certain points, there's just always something really, really, really sad that happens. There's basically a moment in each movie where you want to cry. Although sometimes it's cliche, but I still, like, probably cry. And, like, there's always that one moment that's, like, a clincher, like, Bambi and Lion King. And those are kind of the, like, those sadness. There's just lots of sadness in Disney movies, yet overall they're always seen as uplifting and happy, but if you watch them, they are really, really kind of sad and sometimes scary. Yet they're kids' movies. We show them to our kids, and I think it kind of reflects the idea of like fairy tales, because fairy tales were scary and sometimes sad depending on what happened, but you told them to your children. So Disney movies, or at least what people generally assume is Disney, because Disney movies are widespread, as I'll talk about in part 2. What we think of as like the classic Disney movies, they are sad, they are scary, but we show them to our kids. They are meant for our kids because they have an overall great message. So those kind of like Disney, not necessarily princess movies, but they are included. The Disney like animated movies, the old and now, they're on our fairy tales. They're this generation's fairy tales, basically, is the way I'm looking at it right now. I don't have much factual basis behind this. I have not done any research. This is just what's coming out of my mind as I'm talking to you. Part 2, as I said, I was coming back to. I'm here, there, now. So, widespread. Disney is very widespread, and a lot of, when people say Disney movies, you think of those classic, like Aladdin and 101 Dalmatians, The Little Mermaid, like all the Disney princesses, Bambi, all these movies, because those are like the quintessential like cartoon Disney movies, the classic Disney movies maybe. But Disney is so widespread because like Pirates of the Caribbean is Disney, the Muppets are now owned by Disney, Star Wars is now owned by Disney. Disney just reaches into all of the fields and has so many different movies, and it's crazy. Like, that's the thing, it's Pirates of the Caribbean that always gets me. You always forget that is a Disney movie, but it's definitely a Disney movie. And it's represented in the parks, Disney parks, and also Disney's ability to, I had the word, like, merchandising. They are extremely good at merchandising and spreading the names of things. Like, I have, for example, I got it because it was sitting in my stuff, and I realized, oh, that's a really good example of how Disney can merchandise everything. They make everything. They try to push the name. Sitting at my desk, I had a Jonas notebook. Now, Jonas Brothers is no longer part of Hollywood Records, which is part of Disney. They split from them. They actually got to take all their rights. But this is definitely, like, it's Disney Channel, it says right there, Jonas. And so it kind of shows how much, like, they took their singers under the record label and put them in a Disney show because they want to put them in as many places as possible. And that's the thing that Disney Channel does a lot of. But yeah, Disney is really good at merchandising their things, and they have such a wide spread of things, and you don't always realize, and you're like, oh wait, yeah, that's Disney. That's Disney. So this is not Disney, but it's there. I know we kept talking about schedule change. It obviously has not happened because Emma was on Monday, I was on Wednesday. So I'm assuming I'm going to see Ben Friday. Maybe I won't see Emma Monday, but Emma I will see you at some point.